Hello, Oakwood. You guys know me as Bill Campbell, one of the elders here, but I wasn't always known that way. In fact, when I was first born, you'll see, I didn't have a name. It wasn't until my parents named me. I was first a child of Walt and Sharon, wonderful parents. And after a few seconds, they named me Billy. And everything was great for a while. I was taught great values as a kid. I was taught honesty and responsibility and how to be a good citizen. And after a while, I started developing some personality traits of my own. I was the smart one. Always made good grades in school. Raised in the Catholic Church. I was religious. I was an altar boy, and at one point my parents thought I was going to become a priest. You couple all that together with the good values, the good grades, and the religious. I was a good kid. Eventually, just being a good kid wasn't quite enough. I wanted to be a good grown-up. And so when I was in middle school, I decided Billy was very childish, and I started going by Bill, a name I still carry to this day. All throughout middle school, high school, I was an achiever. If there was anything that needed to be done, that if there was a competition, if there was a grade associated with it, athletically, scholastically, musically, I was going to get it because I'm an achiever. And those achievements made me proud. And so I, this proud 18-year-old, went off to college. It did not go well. I very quickly fell away from the church, lived as a sinner. Made some very bad decisions academically. I was a failure. Made some bad decisions with some acquaintances. Was a bad influence. All of that led me to no longer be proud, but to be ashamed. But then a friend of mine from high school said, "Bill, you used to be so filled with joy and so happy, and you're just not right now. You need to come out with me to church." And so I accepted. And it wasn't like any church I had ever seen before. No. This was a warehouse out in the middle of nowhere with some crazy people saying crazy things. But ultimately, the decision that I made that night that I was going to follow Christ changed my life. I was no longer ashamed. I was forgiven. I was forgiven of every wrongdoing that had happened in my past. In addition to being forgiven, I was no longer a failure. I was accepted. I was accepted by the God of the universe. And that made me a saint. Not only was I a saint, not only did I have fire insurance, but God loves me. I am beloved. And what love does a father have that we should be called his children? Not only was I beloved, but I became a child of God and a co-heir with Christ in all of his righteousness. His blood made me righteous. And in all that, I became a new creation. So, hello, my name is Bill. I'm an accepted, forgiven saint, beloved by God, been named his adopted child, a co-heir with Christ, sharing in his righteousness by his blood, a new creation.